What is the Deva Kingdom? Who forms part of it? And how did it evolve until the formation of the Shambhala Unity Council? Welcome everyone to the 32nd episode of the SANAT KUMARA Ambassadors of Light podcast. Charles and Martina are here today. We take you into the Deva Kingdom. First, Martina, let's start with definitions. What is a Deva and what is the role of Devas in creation?
Hello, everyone, from my side as well. Yeah, rightly so. What is a Deva? A Deva is a life form with a purpose throughout the cosmos that starts with taking from the divine plan what has to be designed, be the architect, be the builder, be the maintainer, and at some point the dismantler of everything that has shape, form, or structure. So everything from the third dimension, what your eyes can see that has physical form, no matter whether it's man-made or natural, has cooperation of the Deva world. My glasses, the portals, the walls, the houses, everything you can possibly see, a structure or form or shape. The Devas are involved in bringing it to life, maintaining it, and later dismantling it. But it is not fair to say Devas as a general term. There are multiple levels of Devas, and let's summarize it in 3 layers. Below the atom, we have particles, elementary particles. And these elementary particles are formed by a part of the Deva Kingdom that's called the elementals.
Yeah.
So when you go into science and you hear of a certain boson, that's one of these elementals, and these are Deva beings. They don't have any free will. They are put into a certain position and they create according to what the mid-layer, the mid-management of the Deva, so to speak, orchestrate and coordinate. What we have been in contact with are the highest level of the Devas, those who represent the Deva Kingdom in the Shambhala Unity Council.
Yeah.
We have been in contact with Wise One and with Betold and with other Devas. The biggest Deva our daily lives are influenced by is Mother Earth, Maya.
Exactly. So, I would add more to what Martina has said. The Devas receive the divine plan at the most fundamental and basic level and work cooperatively among the Deva types and kinds of Deva kingdoms to form structures and forms that eventually build up to the physical world that we can touch. So they are at the most basic level the operators of the divine plan, the divine will. Whereas the humans possess the masculine, the forceful aspects, the Devas have the feminine aspects. They are the silent creators of whatever we as humans are able to manufacture. Without their help, we do not make progress in creation because we may think that things form physically, but before that, underneath it is the spiritual aspect, the Deva Kingdom, working to bring us closer into form. So Devas are not either male or female. They can take any aspect. A male can be more of a feminine than male, such as Yeshua, or a feminine can be more of a male than the others. So it doesn't go that way, but it goes on the soul quality and also the mission that is supposed to happen. But as we said in the previous episode, the divas and the humans has to evolve together, balancing the feminine and the masculine aspects of our world. And that is the peaceful world that we have entered into and will begin to enjoy maybe 5, 10, 15 years from now when there's a balance of the masculine and the feminine powers. So in the past, the masculine overshadowed the feminine powers, and all of us know exactly the kind of world that resulted from there. So now we come into our form. We are able to balance our energies, balance our chakras. We do not command the divas or the other kingdoms, but we collaborate with them. And we are not the people that have the plan. We are helpers to implement the plan. So this is some of the new things that we are adjusting to.
Charles, you are the incarnate representative of the Deva Kingdom in the Shambhala Unity Council. Can you please share a bit of your experience?
Yes, my experience, and I'm working on trying to bring information about the soul aspect of the fractal Misonas, one of the original 48 fractals. And in the practical sense, some of the things that I have been shown is the fundamental work at the most minute level. And I'm going to give an example. Everybody sees that plants can grow in almost very unimaginable conditions, maybe in salty water, on rocks, or even places that are very acidic or caustic. And why is it that the conditions do not dissolve the roots? It's because have been shown the intricate work that is done by the divas at the interface between the root and the chemical milieu of the rock or the acid so that the shoots, the young roots are protected and continue to drive. This is a very practical example of how divas function, and you can think of many things that seem impossible. You may find that plastic, which is a scourge to our earth, that there are microbes that can digest the plastics. So this is divas at the very interface working together to co-create with man. So it's just a few examples, Martina.
Charles, my personal perspective is, say, in day-to-day life with the devas. My body deva, for example, has been regularly exchanged once I made this next step in my development. I used to talk to them mostly daily, but I'm also able to talk to the deva of the house and treat them as family members. For example, when I leave the house, I tell them where I'm going, how long I will be off for, and what I'm doing. So doing the groceries is not really a popular stepping out with me. But for example, if I say I go to Aachen Cathedral or I go to cleanse nature sites or buildings, or I'm off for a day to Paris, they are queuing up to come along. They are fond of music.
Yeah.
They like a good laugh, and they like sweet treats.
Yes, famous divas. People wonder how we are able to cross collaborate with so many diva kingdoms. Is because they are very jovial and happy, and really being happy is a prerequisite because they see everything in life as fun. And once we can get into fun, like Lord Vishnu, It's always very joyful, and if you stay in a joyful state, you're really quite sure to be having their influence because they like that. Yeah,
When we look at basic things, our body is functioning without us giving it any thought,
exactly.
right? Every
Yes,
every part of the body is functioning, and the medical people, the scientists, have partly been able to explain that, but
yeah,
only to a certain level.
partly.
Now, if you come down to the fact that the devas are running your body,
Yeah,
you become a lot more appreciative, and that makes them truly valued.
yes, yes. Martin, I would want to add that anything that is a functioning unit has a diva who is in control of it. Your body is a functioning unit, and each person has a body diva. And it's possible to get to know this being even by the name they prefer you to call them. And you could have conversation with your body diva. Many people want healing or want some things done in their body. With your higher soul and the body diva, these things become quite possible. So we need to pay attention to the divas and appreciate what they do for us.
And another thing that might be new to many people is also larger structures like cities have multiple devas who run it and a head deva.
Yeah,
So it's a matter of courtesy when you go to another city that you bow to the head deva and ask for permission to enter, or if there anything you need to be made aware of. Even if I go to the city center of Aachen, I address the head deva of the city.
yeah,
I address the head deva of the hot springs. I address the head deva of Aachen Cathedral. Or wherever I go and ask what I need to be aware of now. So it's
yes,
like when you enter the house of someone else, you're respectful, right?
of course.
And it's the same with our environment we take for granted.
And everything around us, because there are beings who have been responsible for maintaining it,
Mm.
renewing it, and repairing if things are broken. That's why Amaya continues to renew.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think that rounds it up quite nicely.
Okay.
We thank you for listening. Again, please drop us questions in the comments or comments, of course. Let us know from where you're listening. We see each other again in 2 weeks' time when we talk about the nature kingdom. Thanks very much, and
Yeah.
bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time. Bye bye.